Hello guys and gals, finishing up on this plaque that I had to redo from the other day. This first good sanding on it, trying to get all the excess spillover paint, spider webs and all that out of the wood. Looks like I've been able to get this one done without eating down into the wood too far. Just trying to get the last little bit of it here before I take it back over and respray it again with the final coats of polyurethane to seal it up. And then we can get this thing in the mail. Don't know if it's going to make it where it needs to be by Christmas, but we're going to try. The customer on this said it didn't have to be there by Christmas, but it would be nice to get it there by that time. I've got another plaque just like this one I just started carving on the computer up front. It's going to have to be a New Year's gift, I guess. We got started late, and I just don't think it's going to make it by Christmas. See, now we've only got 9 days to go, or thereabouts. I could probably get the plaque done by Christmas, but getting it in the mail and getting it shipped to where it needs to go, it's doubtful. But they don't know it's coming. It's a surprise gift anyway. All right. Let's turn this off and let's see what it looks like. Oh, by the way, I am the CNC slash, backwards, I am the DIY CNC woodworker. Boy, I don't even know who I am, do I? Otherwise known as James Mitchell. But, sounds like somebody scratching at the garage door wanting out. One of those people that likes to put his nose on the ground, tail in the air, and take off and follow it and see where it leads him. Ask me how I know that. More than one time. Yeah, a little bit down here still. I think I will put the take off the 80 grit and put the 120 grit on and see if I can get that last little bit done. This looks like it's in pretty good shape. Come out here and start barking. So there goes my right hand man, our little friend. Let's see if I can get him on the video. I think he's in witness protection. Whenever I point a camera at him, he runs and hides. Plus he goes and barks a lot.
Come see Papa.
That's his middle name. I got him right there. That's our buddy boy.
Look at Papa.
Yeah. Oh, he don't want to look at me. He sees the camera. He knows it's here. But anyway, there you go. Now back to my work. There we are.
You're not looking at Paul.
But I'm going to go ahead and pause this video for now and finish this little bit of sanding up and come back and show you the semi-finished product that I have once I sprayed it with polyurethane. Be back shortly. Testing. Okay. All right, I think I've got it here, folks. 99% of the spider webbing is gone. And what's left I'm going to leave because it's so minute. And I don't want to sand this plaque down or nothing like I did the last time. But there's the finished product. Now, to step over here to my magic spray painting panel. And put the magic on it. This is where it transforms from a piece of sanded red oak to a beautifully finished sprayed plaque. Still, it just amazes me how this polyurethane and this red oak react to each other, and how fantastic it looks once it's cured and is able to handle it. But it's magic. Okay, I'll be able to get this in the mail in the next couple of days. Hopefully it'll make it by Christmas. And we can move on to the 3 or 4 other projects I got in the works. This little thing here is something I'm doing for a grandson, which he won't see this video, I don't think. A little something that he doesn't know that's coming his way. I'm going to leave it at that until I get it done. All right. I don't know if you can see that from here. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. No, we're looking outdoors again, so that's going to be all black, but I'll show you the finished product when we get there. So I'll go ahead and stop the video for now, and we'll be back with you when it's dried and we can handle it. Back again, starting with the painting of another plaque. This is another commissioned job that I'm doing. It's the family tree plaque that the young man at church wanted done to give to his family or his mother at Christmas. So I have got to get busy painting. Again, it's the same old tedious thing. It really makes a plaque look nice when it's done though. So we're going to start here. Hopefully I've got enough polyurethane on this. I think I have. It's one thing that I got to be careful with when I sand. These letters aren't sanded cut that deep as they were on the other plaques. The other plaques I cut the lettering at 1/8 of an inch. This is a 1/16 of an inch. So it looks good. It'll be easier to paint them. But when I sand, I don't have a whole lot of room to play with when I start sanding these things. So, here we go. Again, this is a process that I do. I think I mentioned, but if I didn't, I'll mention it again. The viewer that I had that come up went on my last plaque before the Williams, where I had sanded down to nothing and sanded the paint right out of the letter and sanded the letter down to nothing and had to redo that last plaque I showed you. He had commented that I should put down contact paper. He himself had not done it yet, but he had seen it done on YouTube and thought that would be the solution to my problem. Let's put contact paper down. Well, so I went out and bought contact paper, clear. And you got to buy it in a 24 foot roll, I think it was. And all I needed at the time was 18 inches. So I bought it, cut it, put it on my wood, showed it in my video. And of course it didn't work. When you carve these letters like an A or a B or an E or a D or any of the letters, there goes my dog whining. He saw somebody come outdoors across the street and he wants them to come pet him. But where was I? Oh, the contact paper. I'll put it on, but like I said, the smaller part of the letters, the inside part of the letters, they just all popped right off. It didn't stay worth a hoot. And what did stay, as the bit was going through it and cutting it, it turned the edges up, raised them up, flared them up, and that wouldn't work. This paint would get all underneath it. And the whole idea between the contact paper was to keep paint off the board that I didn't want it. I just wanted it in the letters. Plus the simple fact that if the wood was not sealed, which it wouldn't be from the contact paper, when I laid the paint on the letters, that unsealed wood would just absorb that paint right up into it and it'd go everywhere. Just spider web everywhere. So that wasn't I tried it, but it just didn't work. It wasn't a deal. So we're back to doing it the way I've been doing it since I started. And that's to seal the wood first with polyurethane. Get enough on there to get a good coating, get a good seal all the way around. And go ahead and paint the letters. And what little bit that I get outside the letters on the board, I just sand down. And sand it out. And if I've done a good job with the polyurethane beforehand, when I sand it, it just takes the top layer off and leaves the paint down in the letter where I want it. And that works well enough. Like I said, it's a tedious process, but I've not found anything that works any better. Not yet, anyway. So now I've got 22 and a half feet of clear contact paper. My right hand man seems to think she can use it somewhere in the house, so let her have it. But it don't work for me. Alright guys, I want to continue my painting here. This spot I didn't mean to do yet, but as long as I've done it, I'll go ahead and put some more in it. But I'm going to go ahead and continue my painting. Turn the video off. When I got this done, I got to let it dry overnight before I can sand it. And when it's ready, we'll show you the finished painted product. So we'll be back with you shortly. All right. Here we are. That's what it looks like now. Don't look like much, but that's what it is. I've got it all painted. I think I've got paint down in all these little, this little border I put on this thing was tough. The paint just didn't want to go up. I see some I missed already. All right, let's go back to, let's try this other paintbrush. I'm about out of paint. Where was that? These little borders I put on these things are so small, and the paint just doesn't want to go down in it for some reason. And that's something, like I said earlier, I look at these things and I said, well, I've got it all done and I got it all covered, and then I walk away and come back and look at it again, and I see spots I missed all over the place. Just don't know how that works. I don't know if it works that way for you or not, but I sure seem to manage to do it. See how much more I can find here. I thought I was done with this. Obviously not, from the touch-ups I'm having to do here. I guess it helps to stand up and look at it from a different perspective. Maybe that's what it is. Of course, this bending is like this, just tears my back up. Right now, at the moment, I don't see any other spots that I've missed. Looks like I've got everything. Oh, there's one. A big one right there. Come on, get on there, paint. What I was saying, this, I'll cut this border in here 1/8 inch deep, and this paint just doesn't, for some reason, doesn't want to go down into the bottom. The only way I can get it down in there is just really load my brush up with paint and let it just kind of bleed down into the bottom. Okay, maybe that's done now. So what I need to do is let that dry overnight and let it cure. Then I'll come back tomorrow like the rest of them, sand off the excess paint, sand it down. Let's look at my plaque over here. I can't even tell where I'm at right now. There we are. Let's give that another coat of polyurethane. It's been an hour or more since I did the last coat, and it's ready to... All right. Gee. Isn't that something? Paint lid gets on there and don't want to come off. That is paint lid, polyurethane lid. I was informed that polyurethane is not paint, so that's why it wasn't on a paint owl. Well, it's in a spray can, I call it paint. But I was told I was totally wrong. I don't know where it is next time I need some. Let me get a little bit this other side. It's going to look real nice once that dries. All right. Now this little piece here, doing for my grandson. He doesn't know that's coming. A little surprise for him. It's going to be a little nameplate. I'm assuming he doesn't see my videos that much, so he's a big sports fan. He's a big Houston Rockets fan and a Houston Texans fan. So this is going to be a little plaque, like a nameplate. It's going to have Houston Rockets on one side and Houston Texans on the other side. And then I'm going to take and paint the colors. Of course, the Houston Rockets is all red, so this will all be painted red here on the Rocket side. On the other side, the Houston Texans colors are red, white, and blue, so I'll take alternating letters, paint one red, one white, one blue, one red, one white, one blue, and on down the line until I run out of letters. And then I'll stand it up. This has got I've got a groove cut in here, channel or rebate, whatever you want to call it. And I'll glue that in. It'd be like a nameplate, and depending on which particular team he's supporting that particular day, he can display it. So that's the idea behind that. Okay, well that's it for now. I'm going to let this all dry up and set up. The painted one I need to let dry so I can sand it down. The one I've got sanded and ready to go, that's the finished coats of polyurethane on that. Let that cure overnight. Then I need to get those in the mail. But that's it. We'll talk to you again soon. For now, this is the DIY/CNC woodworker, and we will see you soon. Good day.